2025 was one of like the greatest year for me yet. Not greatest, but I genuinely had like one of the most fun, best times in 2025. I got to discover myself in my financial life, my academic studies, my dating life. 2025 was like everything for me. I got to explore. It was a year of exploration for me, finding myself and getting to know myself better. Hi gorgeous people, hi, hello, it's Shiloh here. If this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and also comment when you're done. Happy New Year. It's the New Year, 2026. We've made it this far and we didn't get to 1,000 subscribers last year, so we're gonna repeat the same thing and try to get to 1,000 subscribers before the year ends. And I'm feeling hopeful about 2026. I believe 2026 is what we need to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I tried to fix the lighting as much as I possibly can because the sun is really harsh. It's currently it's afternoon. The sun is really harsh. It's afternoon time, so let's make do what we can do right now. And I think the lighting looks really good right now. Anyways, today's video I'm going to be talking about things we need to leave in 2025, things we're not bringing to us, things we're not bringing with us into this new year of 2026, and how we're gonna accomplish all our goals. Honestly speaking, 2025 was one of like the greatest year for me yet. Not greatest, but I genuinely had like one of the most fun, best times in 2025. I got to discover myself in my financial life, my academic studies, my dating life. 2025 was like everything for me. I got to explore. It was a year of exploration for me, finding myself and getting to know myself better. And safe to say, I know myself more than the start of 2025. And even entering into 2026, I'm not complaining. I love who I've become, and I'm much more excited for who I'm going to become 2026 going forward. So I'm genuinely excited, to be honest. There's really not much to complain about. One of the gems I would like to drop quickly, and not just quickly, but I think 5 things I would like to highlight that really helped me in the year 2025, and I think I'm bringing this into 2026, and this is the energy I'm carrying into 2026. One is to be unapologetically yourself. I cannot highlight this enough. Like genuinely, in 2025, I took up space, but I didn't even take enough space as I should have. And 2026, that's what I'm going to be doing in this new year. Like taking much more space, like being more myself and being full of life, like in every space I enter, wherever I am. Just being myself. I genuinely believe whenever people talk about being yourself on the internet, a lot of people think, oh my god, you're just chatting, you're just saying things that are not true. But honestly, being yourself gets you farther than you would actually imagine. I think every single place I was in 2025, where I entered, spaces I've been in, it was genuinely me being myself and me being unapologetically myself. I didn't care if how I was being perceived. I didn't care if someone thought of me in a certain kind of way, or if they looked at me like, oh my god, she's being this kind of way, she's being this kind of way. I didn't care about any of that. I was just so full of myself, and just not in a narcissistic way. Let me put that out there. Not in that kind of way. In just in a way whereby you have this self-assurance, self-confidence, this self-esteem, whereby you know who you are, you know what you bring to the table, you know how valuable you are, what value you bring to the table, so you don't feel scared, or you don't feel like, oh, you know, I don't think I can do this, I don't think I'm able to do this, none of that. Also career-wise, like genuinely, I'm super excited for how this year 2026 is gonna go, because 2025 was such a good year. One other thing I would also like to say to you guys is confidence. I don't know how to emphasize this enough. Confidence can be felt, it can be smelled from the room. I don't know how to explain it, but when you walk into a room and you don't have confidence, someone can tell. Like genuinely, someone can tell. Even the way you're walking, your posture, every single thing, someone can tell. So being able to, in 2026, one thing I would like you to develop, if you don't have to, is confidence. Being confident. Genuinely, it takes a lot. Generally, it takes a lot of weight off your shoulders once you're confident, and it's not even a thing of you faking it. Yes, you can fake it till you make it, but when you have it, no one can deny that you actually have it. You get what I mean? So being 100% self-assured, you're so, I don't know, I think the way I'm gonna say it's gonna sound very narcissistic, but I actually don't even care. But you're just so full of yourself, and you know, as I said earlier, just to reiterate, you know what value you bring to the table, you know who you are, you know the things you can do, the things you're capable of, and you're sure of every tendency. That is gonna take you a long way. Just being confident, being yourself, and being assured of yourself, self-assurance. Also, another thing is self-reliance. I can't emphasize on self-reliance. Generally 2025 was such a hard year for me in terms of my friendships, relationships, and all of that, whereby I had to learn how to be by myself and appreciate being by myself. I had to learn how to love my company. I had to learn how to enjoy sitting down by myself and being okay with that and being satisfied with that. Because people will come and go in your life. That's something I learned in 2025. People are going to come, leave. They're going to represent a different era of your life or a different space or time in your life. Maybe they're there to teach you something, or you are there in their own lives to teach them something. So you just never know. So the idea that, you know, people are going to be there forever, yeah, I had to unlearn that in 2025. So what I had to learn is self-reliance, and that is something I'm bringing with me into 2026. How to be reliant on yourself, be independent, how to trust yourself every single time, trust your decisions, trust your guts, trust what you say. Because I think one thing that makes it really hard for people to be able to even follow through with their goals or things that they claim they were going to do, because like 2026 everybody's going to be setting new goals. I want to go to the gym, I want to do this more, I want to read more, I want to do this, I want to do a lot of things more, but then they wouldn't even do those things or even get through those goals because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust what they say. You know, if you don't trust yourself and you don't trust yourself to do what you're going to say, how can you even trust somebody? Your trust issues are already starting from within. So yeah, you need to know how to trust yourself, and when you say, oh, I'm going to do this, do it, because that is you building your self-trust, self-reliant self. And it gets to a point whereby you don't get to depend on anybody, because you already know that when I put my mind to something, when I say I'm going to do this, I am going to do it for myself. So even when people disappoint you, you don't feel it as much because you already have this self-assurance in yourself. Not just self-assurance, but you already believe and trust yourself enough that you don't need that external validation from someone else. It's not even a thing of validation, but you get less disappointed when people don't show up for you. You get less disappointed when people don't do the things they said they were going to do for you. Yes, you get to see the flaky nature of human being, and yes, those things are bad. Those things are not meant to be happening every single time, but you feel less bad about it because you know what, you got yourself. You're always there for yourself. Being self-reliant. And I think the good thing that self-reliance does, or how it has really helped me, it's really helped me to be able to be more grateful for the people in my life. I have a lot of gratitude when I have my friends around or people that are in my life. I'm just like, I'm grateful you're here, and I'm grateful that I'm able to even share my experiences with you. I'm grateful that I'm able to you know, love you more, and not just love you more, but in a sense do things more with you. And if at all, or if at any point in time we are not able to do these things anymore, it doesn't feel like a loss to me, because I always look at myself from a point of me having the privilege to be with you in that moment and to have those great moments together. So even when things end or when things don't continue anymore, I don't internalize it. There's none of that happening there. I don't internalize those feelings. More or less, I'm just grateful for the fact that I had a great time with this person. We had the best time ever, and that is what it has been. And you know, you're grateful for moments. You're grateful because, honestly speaking, a lot of people, when maybe you're going through a breakup, you're going through a friendship breakup, relationship breakup, whatever breakup you're going through, you'd be like, oh my god, that was the worst person I was with, da, da, da. But if they told you a year ago when you were still in a relationship that, oh, next year you're going to be saying you hated the fact that you were dating that person, you would not believe it, because in that moment you were genuinely happy. And because you were happy, you would never imagine that a year from now you would hate the person you were dating or the person you're with right now, you know. So when you have this behavior or characteristic of self-reliance, you're in a place of gratitude all the time. You're always grateful for life, always grateful for everything in your moments. And it's even when those moments discontinue, you don't feel like you were in a terrible, you don't feel like those moments or the memories you're attached with the people which we created those moments with were terrible. You don't feel that at all, because you're always grateful the fact that you were able to share that experience with someone else other than yourself. And finally, before I close up this video, one thing I also like to talk about is learning how to differentiate between experiences, internal experiences and also external experiences. What do I mean by that? I mean, I don't think, maybe experiences is the wrong wording, but what I'm trying to say is knowing how to differentiate between whenever something that is out of your control happens, how you can compartmentalize in your brain and tell yourself, you know what, this was out of my control, so I don't need to internalize this pain, these sorrows, these emotions, whatever it is inside of me. And also knowing how to okay, exactly what I want to say, I just got the right word. Knowing how to differentiate between external factors and internal factors and how those factors impact your life. So if you have an internal issue going on, coming to a place of resolving those issues within yourself so that you don't go out to the world projecting to every single person and throwing out all these internal issues you're carrying on, you're dealing with all in here, out into the world and spewing terrible things into the world. So having to be able to resolve everything within yourself so that whenever even things happen that are outside of your control, you don't internalize them as much and you don't ponder on it for so long. That's the right word. You don't ponder on it for so long that it disrupts your space or it disrupts your mindset, it disrupts everything that's happening around you. So in 2026, knowing the difference between internal factors and external factors, differentiating between those two and how those factors and how those things affect your life and affect your day-to-day life. These are just like little gems that really helped me in 2025, and of course I'm bringing all of these things with me into 2026, and I'm so excited for what this year has to offer. Once again, happy new year. I wish you guys everything good in this year, and anything you want to go for this year, genuinely go for it. Whether it's content creation, whether it's writing a book, starting a blog, whether it's being confident, whether it's putting yourself out there, do it. No matter what it is, just do it, because so much more can happen in just 3 months time, 6 months time. A year is a lot of time. You can do so much more, and so don't shoot yourself in the leg by limiting yourself by your own mentality and those internal factors that are affecting you and limiting, and all those limiting beliefs you have. Don't do that. We don't do that over here. So yeah, that is what I have for you today, and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope this year brings us a lot of success, brings all of us all the things we want to accomplish, and brings this channel to 1,000 subscribers, and also peace, joy, love, everything in your family, your friendships, your love life, your career, if you're in school like me, in school, and hope you can accomplish every single thing you want to accomplish. Anyways, thanks for watching to this video. I hope this video is going to help, even if it's just one person out there. And yeah, I'm headed out right now and I'm going to enjoy whatever activity I'm going to do today, and love you. See you next time. Tschüss.